Yeah, that is difficult to say. What I to know players in 3 weeks, that I think is impossible. You have to work longer with the players, but of course I have a first impression and from the squad, from their football, from the capabilities, and that is more of course than for the season. And of course I have also now an impression from the personality of the players.
People inevitably focus on the big stars at Manchester United. There is none bigger than Cristiano Ronaldo, and I know you've been asked about him twice already on this trip. Do you know when you're going to be able to speak to him? Do you know when you're going to get any kind of clarity over when he's going to come to training? You said before that you want him in your team.
Clear, he's not for sale. I planned with him and I'm looking forward to work with him, but for the rest I cannot say anymore, because the situation is still the same as last week. I think we have already good midfield players, that first, and with Christian Eriksen as the signing, I'm really happy, and he will strengthen the midfield. But that kind of the type of player, what you describe, I think it's necessary in the squad. And of course, we have players who can fill it in, and we will do it if we cannot find the right player, and then we will develop a player in that position. I cannot talk about what is in the past. I know only I have my ideas, how I bring structure in the team, and I do it in every topic of football. And yeah, for me, pressing, it's an important factor. It's if you want to have initiative in a game, and then I think it's necessary. And if you do that in a high block or in a low block, that is a tactic, and that can be in both ways. I prefer to do it in a high way, in a high pressing, but that will be not always the case. There's also situations, games that you are lower. But what I demand from my team is that they press. Now, what has to be the aim is we want to win every game, and doesn't matter who the opponent is. I think that belongs to the status of Manchester United, and that is what we will do, and that will be the demand of the squad and of every player.
Erik.
Yeah, I think Christian Eriksen, he brings the creativity in the squad, and he will play in the offensive midfield. I think also play in a lower position. I think he's really experienced from different leagues, Italy, Holland, and especially I think England. So he will bring a lot to the team in that fact, in our way in possession, but I think also out of possession. And Martinez, yeah, that's a player who I call it is a warrior. He will bring aggressiveness, and yeah, it's a South America grinta, and he will that contribute to the team. And I think the fans will love it.
This might sound.
The most of those players I didn't know, and therefore it's the pre-season and especially this tour, and then you get them to know, and I have a good impression from them. And of course, when they are good enough, I will play them. And despite their age, it doesn't matter. And it's about always the question about how good you are.
As a coach?
Yeah, you mentioned two facts, and there's quite important. That's first Europa League, and then you have to notice that you play on Thursday, and then in the weekend already the Premier League came. So that is always a massive impact on the team. So we need in that fact players, and also the World Cup will also have a really huge impact on the team. But that is for many teams in the Premier League. Is that the same?
Fine.
That is, of course, that is Manchester United is a big name, and it was for me it's a real challenge, and to get them again, restore there where they belong, and I'm highly motivated to get that done.
And finally,